With October quickly passing and November basically here already, the colder weather is coming. And even though nobody wants to make a move of a house in the wintertime, now could actually be a great opportunity for buyers to find a good deal. Why? Because carrying a vacant property throughout the wintertime can get expensive. The sellers have to make a decision. Are they going to continue to heat the property, which of course adds up over the winter, or are they going to winterize their property, which also can get expensive and it's not the best for the house. Plus, sellers who are actually still living at the property, but maybe it's been on for an extended period of time, well, they don't really want to continue to show the property throughout the winter, having people track in snow and slush throughout their house and having to deal with that when the weather isn't great. And this reluctance can actually be good for you as a buyer because they are more motivated to accept an offer, and maybe it's either lower than the list price or they add in incentives like paying for some closing costs or things like that. So it's a great time for buyers. I've actually had a few clients even mention to me that with winter approaching pretty quickly, that they actually might take a break from looking and just resume it in the spring once the weather gets better. Mainly because, well, the sun sets really early in the wintertime, so it's kind of hard to see houses after work because it's typically dark out and you kind of want to see what the outside of the house looks like, the foundation, all that good stuff. And of course, the weather, how bad it is snow-wise, it could just be hard to get to the property for the showing. So a lot of people will put that on pause until springtime. What that means for you is if you're someone that's going to endure the weather, continue to look for houses and find a good deal, well, guess what? Now you don't have as much competition as you would in a spring-summer market because not as many people want to go out in that weather. And of course, with less competition, hopefully that means that you can get a better deal on a house because you're not going to have to be in a bidding war. And again, the sellers are motivated to get this thing gone because they don't want to deal with it. And couple that with what's been happening in the market over the past year, the market has been shifting slowly to buyers and giving them more control when they put in their offer. For example, in the last couple months, I've had buyers that have been able to get their property under contract, the one that they wanted, for $20,000, $30,000 less than it was even listed for. And then again, buyers are gaining more control. So even those properties, they were still able to get inspection contingencies accepted and actually have a home inspector come out, take a look at it, have the septic inspected, all that good stuff. You might say, well, that sounds pretty normal, but not necessarily. That home inspection stuff basically went away for like a year and a half, 2 years during the pandemic because sellers were able to sell their house within like 2 days and with multiple offers and with a lot waiving all inspections. Now people are actually realizing, hey, buyers have more control. Inspections are getting to be normal again. And again, I've had these that people are getting under list price with inspections and they're finance deals. It's not like they're just cash deals that are getting under contract. These are finance deals. So there's opportunity opening up for all sorts of buyers, whether you're a first-time buyer, 20% down conventional, or cash. Cash will make it easier, I will say that, but FHA people are still getting stuff accepted under list with inspections with me. And of course, having that inspection, if you're a first-time home buyer, really any home buyer, having those inspections just gives you so much more peace of mind because you actually know what you're buying. The property inspector is going to give you my inspector usually gives about a 50, 60 page report with pictures of the property showing everything from foundation up to the roof and everything in between. So you're going to know what you're buying. And again, right now you're going to be dealing with the seasonal opportunities because with holidays coming up, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all these things, if people keep a lot, like some people will literally just pull their house from the market and then they'll relist it in the springtime too. But if they still have it listed, those are the opportunities that you're going to go in because it's just going to be slower for showings. People travel for Thanksgiving. People travel for Christmas break, especially if they have kids and they have a week off. They're going to go do something and they're not really looking at houses. So if you're eager, you really want a house, just stay persistent with it and you're going to find some opportunities in this market. So like I said, opportunities are everywhere. The things that you should be looking for if you want to find something that's going to be hopefully like below list price or get your inspections, all those things, be looking at properties that again are either vacant properties so they have no furniture in them. That typically means the seller already moved out. Now they just want to sell their house. They're usually more motivated because again, they're not living there. It's just expenses over their head that they have to pay for every month, so they want to unload it. And then the other ones would be ones that are sitting on the market in New Hampshire. If they're sitting on the market over like 7 to 14 days, typically that means you have some room when you go to put in an offer to actually negotiate that price down a little bit because, well, if it hasn't moved, either the house has something wrong with it or the price is too high, and typically the price is too high. So as a buyer, I understand that it might not be as appealing to go look at houses when it's cold weather out, when it gets dark early, when the snow could be annoying because you have to drive through it. I understand that. But if you want a house and you want to find a good opportunity, if you keep persevering, looking for them throughout the winter, you're going to find an opportunity. Because again, sellers are getting more motivated to unload these properties. Competition is actually going down because most buyers are just saying, you know what, we'll wait. Now's not the right time. I don't want to deal with moving during Thanksgiving, during Christmas, during New Year's, when it's snowing, all that stuff, which is completely understandable, but they could be missing opportunities that you will come up and scoop. So if you're thinking about starting a home search and maybe you want to get in a house by the end of year, reach out to me. Let's get that ball rolling, get you pre-approved, get you ready, go find a house, get that thing under contract, and let's close you either before year end or before the winter ends, and you can be in a new house, get a great deal, and be happy in that new place. So I hope this video added some value. I know it's pretty short, but I wanted to keep it short because, hey, right now, go out there, make some moves, let's get you a house, and I will catch you guys next week with a new video.